It is a great honor and a privilege to introduce Meir Bastomsky.
Meir.
Meir, and we're here in your beautiful home in Kfar Chabad in Israel. And Meir, you have a unique story. If you could tell us a little bit about where you were born and who your family was.
My name is Meir Bastomsky. I was born in Vilna, 1941. I was born 15 June 41, 15. My bris was 22 June. This exactly was bombed. Vilna was bombed by the German. Just in the day that was my bris. And they looked for a mohel, so somebody make the bris. And people, we understand that in such a moment or such situation you can find nothing. But with God's help, we make the bris exactly the same day that was bombed. Vilna was bombed. The time up to 1945, I was 1 year in Ghetto Vilna, because this was the days that the German were ruling in Poland. In all of Vilna was under Poland, under the rule of Poland. And I'm telling things that I was told. So I was saved by being in an orphan place that's named Karaite. The Karaite are also make bris. They are not Jewish, but there's something of Jewish that they have with them, but they don't call Jewish. So
this is the Karaites.
Karaites, yes, the Karaite.
They don't believe in Torah Ba'al Peh.
Torah Shebechtav, only Torah Shebechtav.
Only the written law, not the oral law.
They are not Jewish, but they have from all the days back, they think that are Jewish, but they make a bris. This is the most important thing to say, because I was bris. In German, we were looking for people that were bris, but by coming there, they look for kids that are Jewish kids. They're coming, the German, to the open place to look for Jewish kids, to not hide them. For my luck, my appearance of my face was very close to not Jewish face. It looks, I have hair, not crowded. It was plain.
Straight.
And all my looking was not. It was according to more to Karaim than to Jewish. This makes me to be saved from being outside it. I heard that some kids that has crowded hair, they took them and make them they finish with them. So the God helps me to be in the Karaim for 3 years. Because
and where was it? Also in Lithuania?
Vilna.
And there were Karaites in Vilna?
In Vilna, yes, Vilna. The story is that my mother left me when I was 1 year. She was she knows that what's going to be here in ghetto, so she went to a land near Czechia. This means Sudatim, area of Sudatim that belonged also to German and also to the Czech. And she was there. And she left me by my grandmother. Left me when I was 1 year. And then my grandmother makes all the effort to bring me to a place that I can live there. And so she brings me to the Karaim, and there I lived there for 3 years. she itself was killed in the Vilna. She itself, my grandmother, the mother of my mother. And this is the way I was saved from the German. But there is a new story. Because I was in Vilna, so who come to get me? Who? If my grandmother, was not living. So who came to pick me from them? So here comes a story that my uncle, he was a very famous doctor. He was also in ghetto Vilna, and he knows what's going to be. So because he has a good name, one of the goyim that were close to him hide him under the ground for 2 years.
In Vilna?
In Vilna.
One of the non-Jews.
You just hide him in the ground and makes all the effort to keep him alive.
Do you remember his name?
Yes, name was Aryeh Yehuda Leib. Aryeh Yehuda Leib. His nickname was Lola. He was a doctor, a very famous doctor. He was a chirurg doctor. He was saved from I was saying that he become, for example, he was in Sharon, there in Petah Tikva hospital, Sharon. He was the doctor for many years as a chirurg doctor.
Emergency doctor.
Steyman, yes. His name was Aryeh Steyman, and he came to save me. How he knows about me, I don't know, because he was under the ground. But for my luck, in the same time, there was another doctor from the Gestapo doctor, from the German doctor, that also wanted me to adopt me, Lametz. And there was between them a little battle, I would say, who will be responsible on me. And for my luck, my uncle know how to do it, and because he arranged himself, this doctor, the German doctor, he saw me in the orphan. I don't know how he got it. Maybe he looks to take care on one of the kids, maybe. But maybe he was a doctor there and he knows about the kids, but he want to adopt me, to be in me. If my uncle would not be looking for me, so I think you can see just that I would be a German citizen, and everyone knows me to be there without knowing that I'm a Jew, so I will be a German citizen. For my luck, my uncle came in time, and he saved me from to be a goy, and
Meir, can I ask, the orphanage, do you have any memories or any recollections?
I remember that I see pictures, but it's like I know the place. I remember the place, and I remember that I was in a room 4 years. Cannot say 4 years. We are suffering from hungry, so I know that we get soup every day, soup. And from this day, I like soup up to date, because this is the one thing that holds us to. This is what I remember. Faces of people like that I cannot. How say it? Doesn't. Not I forget. Maybe they don't take care on it. And. From this moment that my uncle saved me, my mother, when she heard that the war was finished, she came from the Sudatim. Sudatim is a place that I remind that belonged to German in the Czechia. She was in a village. There's some in a village in a kfar, in foreign, and she all time prays that they not recognize she's a Jewish because they had the people around. She was all were Christian. She has to make to represent her relative like she's not Jewish. She was afraid. It's maybe when she's sleeping in the dream, maybe she will speak in Hebrew, in Yiddish, like that. So she was all time under frightened of her existence. She's very good in working. They like they like her work and everything. She told me. And when she came just to look for me. But then she get news that my uncle did his work. And from this minute, I was one from the survivors from 1,500,000 kids that were killed. I am lucky to be one of the survivors from the German. My father, in 1942, he was hidden in some place in Vilna, and he was killed in this 42 because he tried to find a new place. So he moved from one place to other place. He heard that other place had more people that he recognized them, more have a connection with them, and by going from one place, the Lithuanian, not the German, the Lithuanian hate us more than the German. Make the work. They try to make the work much better than the German. She was killed on the way. This is when I was 1 year old, my father was killed.
By Lithuanians?
By the
Lithuanians?
Lithuanians. And this is the part of my being survived.
Do you remember meeting your mother? Or do you remember when the doctor came to fetch you?
When I was 5 years old, I more begin to understand what's going around me, because we are, how said, the way of I behaved with kids is just to hold them alive, but to get everything what a kid needs, every kid, normal kid, I didn't get it. It means just living from every day to live. It means I wanted to live because the calculation side was very, very down and very hard. So my luck that I have the existence from day to day. So we look only at the existence. We don't look for other things around us, in the place, in this. We know what's going out because it was bombed and never seen, so we know. But kids is kids. I'm not the big head to understand around. But this is if you want to know what going further, we moved from Poland to Austria because we left Poland. My mother and uncle left Poland, and with me, and we go to Austria. A place, it's named Admont.
When did you leave Lithuania? Was it after the war?
We don't know what we lived there in Poland. It was too how said it was. However, I think that they hate all the Poland are also anti-Semitism. The Poland are they murdered many Jews after the war, just in the war and after the war, because they knew that all the houses and everything inside, they have thinking about that we had no more power, nobody take care of us, nobody can protect us. So many killed with Jews, killed, and even people that come back to their houses, they killed them also. because they wanted the houses with all the, you know, the house usually houses not empty. They were very good. I would say
it had valuables. It had furniture,
yes,
everything.
Yeah, so I think that this also make. We lived in Poland, in Vilna, Mickiewicz Street, 58.
In Vilna?
Yes. My father was very rich. My father was killed. He was doing with wood, you know, wood. Was very rich. And
they were a from family? Your parents
they're not from, but they
traditional?
Tradition, yes. They was, so I heard. My grandfather was very religious. This I know. We lived in a place that it means my before Vilna we lived in a farm, maybe it's a little country that. The name, I forget the name. Vaidata. The name Vaidata, like this. Very, very poor people. Very, very. We mentioned poor, so this came. This is the reason why I look for this farm. Was very, very rich. The very poor people there in this place. My grandfather was living there.
They were religious, very religious.
Very religious. Yes. He also is a. Its picture with the bird and everything. We have to understand that that 100 years because the existence of Jews that are called Jews is because all the parents and the grandparents, everything were Jewish, because couldn't a Jew be Jewish to be Jewish. He must to be with the roots of Jewish to be Jewish. If somebody had no roots, after 30 years, 40 years, he loses everything, all the connection with the Jews. So, all the Jews in the world, if you go back, all the people had to do with religious people. After we lived in Vilna, it was 1946, between 45 and 6, we came to a place named Admont. Admont was in Austria, near a city Graz. I remember like that. This I remember good because I spent good time there with ski. You know, there was snow, so I remember up to today I was going on there and playing and everything. A kid need something to do. And there my mother find a good friend. She was very beautiful, my mother, very beautiful. She was, if I imagine, she has to be 40 years. And she was very pretty, pretty, beautiful. So some of the people there in Admont, in the place where we spent today, before we go to Israel, there is machanot. I would say machanot. Camps. So she found a man named David Zatler. He became my stepfather. He is in the root of Bashem Tov is the 9th century, Dor
Generation.
Yes, Dor Chief of Bashem Tov. His mother was surrounded with all the best people of religious. I said the most keeping the. My father, the stepfather, because he was in the time that everything was how said storming day. So everybody looks for something solution that according to his understanding, and he lived all the religious, but in his behave and with his intelligent, everything, he had get something that.
And he survived the war as well.
He survived the war, but he wasn't in. He was in Russia. He was running away from. He was born in Galicia. In Galicia, there is a place that's named. Oh, forgot the Lvov. Ken. So he was. He was very intelligent and very, I would say, he knows more, knowledge, how to say, he knows, understanding many things. So she was married, he was married to my dad, and then in 48 we came to Israel. When I came to Israel, it was the last days of the Britain that came. I saw them when I came with the boat or ship. So I saw them, the British that are in the time of leaving Israel.
It was the mandate, the British mandate.
1948. And then I came to Haifa, and I camped for a time. Then we found the Istadrut found for us a place to live. And then I became to be, I would say, the first time that I began to learn something. Because up these days I didn't ever learn. Never have a teacher.
You never went to school?
Never at school, never. So only when I was 7 years old, I began to first thing to study. It was very hard for me, difficult, but we did it. I was in a class that were about 30 kids. That difference of the age was 3 years. And Dov Eisen that you speak him, this was the place that I found him, that I met him. He was 5.5 years old, and I was 7 years old. And we sit on the same bank, and the same shulchan.
The same table, the same
table. 1 year we spent, 1 year only we spent together, and then we separate. He goes to the Netzach Israel and a religious school. I remain, but something with us became hold us together, and our parents meet one the other, and this hold us to be
and
friends.
remained very close friends ever since.
Okay, we are going step by step all the years. All the years we in connection in everything, in all the simchas and all the things that everything that goes with it. We're just like two brothers.
And Meir, did you have other siblings? Did your parents have other children, or were you the only?
Oh, my mother, she has only me. But my father has two girls. They were married. He was married before. My father, his name David Zatter. His wife and two girls were married. And he was the best father for me. He take care of me like more than a born father, I would say. Because he also, because he had the origin, he has the origin, the roots of Hasidus. Something in him was very soft and good, and he was a man that helped everybody. In his behavior, everything that can help be helped. This was he. And me took like he's a really kid, and was doing for me everything, and he would push me to study. Then I studied in the public school up to 14 years, and then I would go to technical school.
You had a bar mitzvah?
I have a bar mitzvah, yeah, of course. We make a bar mitzvah. I also keep the. I was not religious. Dov was religious. I didn't move. even I was in his house, but we lived like two good friends. Yeah, I have, when I make bar mitzvah, I put feeling for some months. I put. It's obvious that if you don't live in a religious school, in a religious house, it makes you become weaker in these things. My father pushed me to study and studied, and I finished the technical school Basmat. This is one of the most famous schools in Haifa. And the level of the studying is one of the best in Israel. Basmat, everybody knows. This is a school that arranged you to go to Technicum, to Technion. So I finished with the school, they go to Technion. And I became an engineer of mechanic. In middle of my being in technical school, I have another friend in this school of the Technion. The second class, he bring me to somebody of Chabad, and this was my beginning of steps to be in Chabad. Means, in the middle of my studying, I was also touched with Chabad. This is a movement that everybody knows about it. And when I finished in 1963, finished my how say it, graduating from.
Graduating.
I took a season before I go to work, 1 year to make to spend with the religious.
You went to yeshiva?
I went to the Rebbe.
You went to America?
In America, yes, in Crown Heights.
770.
770, I was there for a whole year. And there I was born from new. And I came back, nobody could recognize this is the same man that was before and after. And from this day up to now, I'm involved in everything that was to do with Chabad.
And you were close with the Rebbe in
very close, yes, very close with the Rebbe.
Rav Schneerson.
I was by him. How said we called it Yechidus. I was by him sometimes by Yechidus, and he gave me a way of what to do with what I had to do with myself. When I came to him the first time, in 67, I was 96, I was in his room. He told me something that was very, very surprise for me. He told me that instead of being engineer, to do in education, to do with how say chinuch.
With education, with teaching.
With teaching, yes. And this for me was just a surprise, because my old dream was to be an engineer and to make money. So he told me a sentence that then it took me time to understand it. He sent me in the middle of 12 minutes that was in his room. It's a long time, but they're able to be 12 minutes. He told me that I have to decide. I said to him, what give me blessed for my job and everything, by keeping of the Hemshech, the continuation of my life. Give me a broch in this. So he told me that if you don't need money, take education. Means if you are not with all your, I would say, attention and pension and everything, the money, if you take Why? Because education is not money. Education is just you work too much and get
a salary.
Salary, not so. But it takes me time to understand that I have to change all my direction of life. And then I came Chabad. After living 67, I came Chabad. I was Meir. I became a teacher in the technical school here. And then I came, after 6 years, I became a manager of the school.
A principal?
A principal of the school. And a principal about everything that's to do with lectures, not the money side. Everything around the lectures. I was about 30 years I was in this school. And then understand that the Rebbe, in 1 minute, speak with him, gives me something that belongs to my heart, or to my, which means he gives me what was my goal of coming this world. Because when I became to do with education, I feel that I'm just inside. This makes me happy. I feel very good.
Fulfilled, very fulfilled.
Fulfilled with everything, and just makes me to be the best it could be for my nature. Because when I begin to understand, when I could look back, if I would engineer, I would do with metal. I was speaking to metal, speaking to myself, against my nature. It means if I would move things, but it's like alone. This opens me to be with people, and with 1,000 people. Under me was 5,000 students that I helped them to be also Jewish and also to be doing in the technical things it's like combination between this. This is what my reward of being in Chabad and in education, that I have 5,000 people that are technical people, that they are now spread in all the country, even the world. There, people that have very, very high level of understanding in carpent and tfus, printing, and the machine of cars, electric of the cars, mechanic, and electronica. So all these kids became today very famous because they have a combination of religious, and the word makes them to be also, how say it, people that understand the life, and they also have a promoter to live, a parnasa. They have
a living.
So they make me, from them came very nice families and everything. So from these 5,000, if everybody has 5 kids, so we have 25,000 people that are around religion and the living of the world.
It's amazing.
And Tormim.
They're contributing.
Contributing to the world and everything. As people that love their life and gives others also with all the heart.
And Meir, can I ask, when you decided to become Chabad, how did your mother and your stepfather, your father, how did they react?
It was for them very hard, very difficult. But I showed them that as a principal of school, and that and I was married, I had a very good wife, and I was married, and takes 2-3 years, I saw that they looked on the religious people like low people that need the money from all the, I would say, tromot.
Some donations.
But when he come and see that his son is a principal in doing and has the money, his wife and kids and everything, they understand that that's I choose the good way, and they very loved my beloved.
Wow.
Okay, and Baruch Hashem, he became more religious. My father, he kept his Shabbos. He put film. He also makes some turn in his life, and we very respect one the other. And this is when I was with the Rebbe. If you want to ask this question, I can give you something that remind me. I asked the Rebbe, if I come home with the bird and everything. My father was was sick, heart sick or something. So I told the Rebbe that I'm afraid that he will come. He feel like this, he can give a heart attack again, because he looks for an engineer. So in the middle, I become religious. It's for him like it's a contradiction.
Contradiction.
Yeah. So the Rebbe said to me, bless him for long life, and told me, don't change nothing on you, because if you change, never can stop to change. You change this, yeah, and give me from Tzemach Tzedek, one of the big rabbis in Chabad, that she saw that a bird is something that completes you in everything. And even the kids that you will have, they have what to, by taking this, makes big them wisdom to the kids. This is one thing that also, there is some things good for the kids. And for me, to be incomplete, because if you don't complete, you're changing and never know if to stop with the changing. So my father lives up to 84.
Yes.
I want to see if I sing good. He was born in 1907. He was 82 when he passed away. He was very, very, very happy, because he was very, very, I would say, I behaved with him so close that everything that was with me for him was very important. And so every step I'm doing for him was, I would say, how he dreamed that his dream will come through me. So everything comes on the best way.
And your mother?
And my mother, she in her marriage, she was religious. She was going to many times to the Viznitz Rebbe here. His name was Baruch, Admor Baruch, in Haifa. She was more religious. She don't felt so. Because he was coming from such a family, so he was afraid that I should, like he knows about that they need, how say that, not independent. All the time they under something that he knows good. So, but after all, Chabad makes a combination between everything. We're not extreme, not kitzoni.
It's not extreme.
Not extreme here. We know how to arrange the equilibrium.
It's like the middle,
the middle, and everything. And he saw them here that they don't this. We behave and everything the same thing, and he said that only only he gained from this. רק מרוויח מזה. So, I would say the story ends that, I would say the other books say, end with the story, that Tam bin Ishlam, the story comes very good.
And Meir, can I ask, do you remember when you saw your mother, when she came to fetch you, do you have any recollections of...
Well, she left me, I was 1 year old.
And when you saw her again?
She told me she's my mother.
And did you connect with her? Did you...
I'm very,
You're similar to her.
Yeah, very.
And when she told you she was your mother, did you develop an instant bond?
I can't. We live in a sad place that's, that everything is, nothing. You have nothing. Something yours. You are like an ant.
But do you remember seeing her when she came?
When she came,
do you have recollections?
I remember. I told you when I was 4, 5 years old. It's more in me to when I 4 years old, I don't know. But 5, I remember many things.
And did your parents often speak about the Shoah?
My fault was that I didn't ask too much question, because I hate all this picture that's come. I don't even want to know. Then I was very sorry, because I have many things, so many questions that I didn't get.
Did your mother
get to answer because I didn't ask.
Did your mother speak about your father? Did she speak to you a little bit about your father?
She don't know nothing about because they were married about 2 years. It's like she almost saying I could recognize him, because this was very...
And his family, were they all... Do you know what happened to his family?
My uncle was saved, my uncle. Her sister, my mother's sister, was saved. We have luck that we are two... There are 3 brothers and sisters. Means 2 sisters and 1 brother. Lola, that I told you. Zhenya, this is the other. Everybody had 1 kid. Everybody of them had 1 kid. So Zhenya was moving in United States, and Lola coming here in Petah Tikva. He was a doctor. He was a chirurg, Mr. Chirurg.
Emergency doctor. Emergency.
Yeah, chirurg. And we are living, he was big in Petah Tikva. We live in Haifa. From this little family becomes... Jenya has a daughter named Miriam. She has 4 kids, 2 sons, and one of sons named Jerry. With him I have we are close from 67. I was in the house up to date. The only one that had very good relations. This is the grandson of Jenya, and I am the son of Sonia. So we like brothers also. He's today have to be around 70 years.
And did your mother have a good kesher with the doctor that saved you?
My mother didn't marry because she all time was this Mizulola, her brother, when he was still studying, and then became a doctor. He was helping like a nurse. Yeah. A nurse. She was very close to him, and they helped him very much. And he was the only Jews between the doctors. Very big anti-Semitism was there, and he didn't mind, and he was I was thinking all the going, because to study to be a doctor, she was with him. She like was the helper and everything he needs, and didn't marry for it. And then she was married 39, 1939, 49 I was born.
And the family that saved him, were they given Chasidei Umot Olam? With your uncle, the doctor?
This I didn't ask, but I'm sure that I'm sure there must be some. I'm also in Yad Yashem. My name also there appears there. My name appears there also.
And what happened?
My father appears there also. There was murdered. My father is named Pinchas Bastomsky. He also is in Yad Hashem. We have many Bastomsky there in Yad Hashem that appear. He appears also there, and I appeared. My picture also there. Yad Hashem.
I mean, what happened?
Yad Hashem, yeah.
I'm very nearby. What happened to the Karaite, to the orphanage? I have a dream to come there, so I, for example, there is a Chabad there in Vilna, and I asked them to find such a place. They didn't find. I was curious to see this place, but they looked, they didn't find this place of orphan. Maybe it's finished. Maybe it was for the people to save. Maybe after a war. I think the Rav is Krinsky in Vilna, the Chabad Rav.
Before 30 years, when I asked somebody there, so he told that he looked, he didn't find.
And did you have ever connections with the Karaim?
No.
There's very few in Eretz Yisrael.
I was so busy because I came when I was 7 all years. I was like a blank of a paper, white blank, Ghana. I worked very much to bring me safe to the stage that I came. My father was pushing me. It was very hard for me because everything is beginning. You know, if you sit in school, you don't understand nothing. I was only Polish. And
did you speak Yiddish at all? Or?
Yiddish I also heard very much. Yiddish it helped me to also. The Yiddish become the second language. I was Poland and Yiddish. And then time I read, and then I learned English.
And what message do you give to your children and grandchildren and to the future generations?
The message is that we are born in this world not for ourselves. We are born as a messenger to do in this world. My message was to do with nishomis, with souls. They bring them on the good side of the map. That they are, I would say, people that are mudim, praise God, and mudim.
To be thankful.
Thankful for then. Also, our work is to be strong and to strengthen somebody. And everything is for us. The Rebbe was one of the examples that he was working 22.5 hours a day only for other people. Means all his work he was to save people, to bring them to the right way. With me, right way, God sent us in this world not to eat and to waste time. We are like in a factory. We have a job. In every factory you have a job to do. One is doing this, but never you can rest in it. You come to a place, you are under somebody that is like a leader or like a principal. You must do what he wants. We are in a world that God is the principal. And he meant for us to bring our neshama to the right place. Our neshama is like a baby. By studying, become adult. So even the body is gudel.
It grows.
Gudel.
It rises and grows.
Can. So the body and soul have to go together. It couldn't be that you don't study and the body study, because then you are like a baby in a big body. Also, the soul needs food, special food. The Torah is a special food for the Torah. When we were in the belly of the mother, this is said in Gemara Nida, that the kids learn all the Torah Kula in the belly. When he come out, this makes him to be. He likes to look for. He looks for something. So everything you give him, it doesn't give him the rest to be glad with him. He looks for something that touch him. So Torah is the level of the understanding so deep. You need it. It's like your food. So yeah, we have two stomachs. One stomach is for the physics side, and we have a stomach for the
spiritual.
We have to give to them both. So the Torah makes a picture. It knows exactly at every age what to give him, and then he grows as a normal. But if you don't give the neshama, then you lose your equilibrium, and then you see many things that happen in the world, because the power of the body somehow overcome you. You must to hold the body with soul. Everything will get on the right side. We have to ochel kashrut, because this clean our body. When the body clean, more is a vessel for the soul. Many things we have to study. What is our goal now in this world? Because we cannot lenachesh, to guess. We must somebody that gives us this understanding. The God is the best teacher in the world. He gives his Torah. You know exactly what our neshama needs, and we see people that in all the times. In all the times from Avraham Avinu were behaving like Jews in the good way, in the right way, in all this social thing that the people they all come from Jew, all the kol hachukim, kol halachot. We see that the people from all the world is around the Torah. Around the Bible, because everyone feels that this is touch his heart, touch his soul. So Chabad knows exactly all the secrets of the Torah. So we are more doing in these things. We have today 6,000 houses of Chabad in the world. That's all the aim, all the goal of Chabad, to help people that are spread in the world, to have in every place, to have a Beit Chabad, to have place to spend.
And, Meir, you know, I was in Beit Chabad in Vilna. There's a Beit Chabad in Vilna, and when we were there, we spent Shabbos in the Beit Chabad.
It's a good feeling. You come to a place, a strange place, you feel like at home. This is the Rebbe's work. The Rebbe's work. The Rebbe is the best, a genius of genius. He put aside and only doing with all his Chabadic
and the Rebbe also, he was, I think, in the Sorbonne.
He was the Rebbe was Sorbonne, and he was engineer of electronic, of Chashmal, and he's on boats and Ksharim, bridges. So before he became a Rebbe, he was working in these things
It's amazing.
And I feel very good becoming from engineer to engineer. The first time I didn't know what is a Rebbe, but then I said that Rebbe, for him this is he will know so many things, other things. He is in everything understanding, so everybody speaks in his way, and this makes people to be close to him.
We had the zchut to meet him. I was in America, in Crown Heights for Shabbos.
Yeah, you were by him?
Yeah.
You saw him?
It was a great zchut.
You get from him something?
The dollar, yeah.
$1? Oh. So.
I want to thank you so much.
Okay.
Here, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been absolutely unbelievable. Your story and how you have achieved so much. It's remarkable. It's Min HaShamayim. You said it was all Min HaShamayim that you'd be saved, and look what you've achieved. And I have such a strong connection with Dov Eisen for so many years, and I'm so grateful to Dov Eneli for introducing me, and I can understand why. He said, I must meet with you, and it's been the greatest honor and privilege. So, Bemet, you are very special and should only mazel and brocha at Meir Vesrim. And if I could, a brocha for all of us.
Yes. So I can in Hebrew give a brocha. שהשם ימלא את כל משאלות לבך לטובה, all needs, all לטובה, כל משאלות, all you're asking, all you're begging for something, לטובה, בכל המצטרך, מידו, from his hand, הקדושה והקדושה המלאה, והקדושה, means the holy hand, וההרחבה, everything you have, with nothing stops to give you and to fulfill your own needs, from the calculation side, from the spirit side, everything on the best with you and your wife and your family and everything.
Toda Rava. And Milim, there's no words. I'm so grateful.
Absolutely.